This one chord can give you at least 3 different types of endings. If you learn a major chord with a flat 5, this could be a major 7th or a major 6 and flat the 5. You get all kinds of possibilities. So I'll teach this on a couple of levels, probably 3 levels, but let's say that you're ending a tune in the key of F. It will normally do something like a 2-5-1, G minor 7, C7, and then to a straight F, right? Now that last F should be, as you can see, 1, 3, 5, and 6 if you're playing with F. It should never be F major 7 if you're playing the F. And that depends if you're accompanying somebody else with your ending or if it's just you, because you could be accompanying a singer or a sax player who's holding the F, and therefore you really should stay on a 6, or they could be playing a different note like the major 7, in which case fine, feel free to play an F major 7 or a voicing where the 1 moves to 2, etc. I cover this on so many lessons, we won't get too far into that. But if you flat the 5 on an F6, there's the flat 5, right? So there's my F6 inverted. There's the 5th, there's 3, 5, 6, and 1. I'm just going to flat that. You can run that if you want to. Or you can just leave it, you know. You can even roll it with the pedal down. All kinds of things. So that's the first thing you could do. If you go for the major 7 option, here's what I would do. I would take the F major 7. As you may know, I normally voice these, so the 1 in the right hand, the F moves up to 2, the G. And then flat the 5th, the C, down, right? The same note as before, but flattened. Probably the major 7 shell in the left. 6 doesn't even hurt, but I'll keep it as major 7 for clarity. You can run these or just leave them, it's up to you. If you're enjoying this lesson, would you actually please give it a like and subscribe and give us a positive comment if you've got one? It really helps us to do more of this for you. And if it's time to level up your playing, then come and see us on Jazz Skills. More about that at the end. For now, let's get back to the lesson. So that's the sort of simple one, which has already given you 2 options. If you're playing alone, you don't always have to end on the F. Maybe you would say, because F will normally be written on a standard, right? That's why I'm emphasizing that so much. Maybe I'll put the 2 at the top. And there you see, I had my major 6 flat 5. It could have been major 7 flat 5 in this case as well, would also work. So play around with those sorts of things and listen out for them as well. The next level is, let's say you're practicing your F major 7 with your flat 5. You don't even have to play the F in the right hand. You can just have the 3, the flat 5, and the 7, no problem. If you're practicing just one more key by taking it up a half step, which can be a good way to practice different chords and voicings, then you could make this ending, which you may have heard before. I've heard Bud Powell do it. Pretty sure I heard Monk do it. I know Barry Harris showed me. So if you're ending a tune on F, in the key of F, so what I've done is jazz claw, right? So like that. Doesn't have to be, but that's what I like to do. So I've got my G flat or F sharp, major 7 with a flat 5. Some people play that major 7, that's fine. But I kind of like the edginess of this one a bit more. And then you could take everything down to an F major 7 flat 5. And you can run them, you can not run them, you can roll them. Here's a run. Doesn't matter if it's slow, if you're getting used to them. Something like that is fine. So that's your second option. And by the way, if you want to learn more about endings, we have a full webinar for Jazz Skills members where we go through all kinds of different endings and their practical applications and how to learn them as well. Now let's look at option 3. What you could do with the third option is you could approach the F from 2 half steps below. I'm just going to take a simple root position first of all, and then go up a half step to E6 and another half step to F6. Those chords can make a sort of approach ending. I'll show you how it works. This is the first ending Barry Harris showed me actually, but we did it where the chords were split between 2 hands. So E flat 6 where you've got the 1 and 5 down the bottom, 3 and 6 on the top. And then you just take everything up in half steps like that. This could be a swing ending in time, so like that, or it could be a ballad. Something like that. Notice on that second one, when I had the F, I still went to the E flat 6, whereas in swing I went to the F first. F. And then the moves. This time on the ballad one, E flat 6 was fine as well. If you can make the F work, no problem. Now I'm going to see what happens if I flat the 5s. So I've got my E flat 6. Don't want to have that 5 in the left, and I don't want to flat 5 in the left. That's going to be pretty muddy. So I'm just going to remove it and just have E flat at the bottom. And there, that would be my 5th, so I'm just going to lower it to a flat 5. Fine. Or that could be nice as well. So all kinds of different things just by learning one chord type, where you take a major chord, either a major 6 or a major 7, but it's still a major chord with a flat 5th. All kinds of different applications. If it's time to level up your playing, then come and see us on Jazz Skills, where we won't just drown you in information, but we'll focus on your transformation, what to learn in which order, with support from me, a developing fluency course to work through, and a vibrant community as well. Thanks for watching, and bye for now.